Some stories begin with sunshine. This one begins with exhaustion. Amanda was on her way home from another field interview. Her legs were weak, her head was heavy, and her stomach was empty. She had been moving from office to office since morning with nothing to show for it. The same sentence repeated everywhere she went. We will get back to you. Nobody ever got back to her. She was tired in her body and tired in her mind. She had reached a point where she didn't even know what to expect anymore. As she walked quietly down the lonely road that led to her area, she heard a faint voice behind her. At first, she ignored it. She didn't even have the strength to respond to anybody, but the call continued, low, shaky, and weak. "Excuse me, please. Help me. I'm very hungry." Amanda stopped and turned slowly. An old woman was standing behind her. The sight was not pleasant. Her clothes were worn out, the fabric was faded, her hair was scattered, and she looked extremely hungry. Her hands were shaking as she spoke. Amanda stood there for some seconds. She was hungry too. She didn't even have food at home. Her stomach had been empty since morning, but the old woman's condition was worse. Amanda opened her small bag. She searched through the compartments, hoping she would not find anything, but she found the 1,000 naira note she had been saving to buy food for herself later. It was all she had for that day. She brought it out and gave it to the woman. "Take it, Mama, please. Use it to buy something." The woman held the money with two hands, tears gathered in her eyes. She thanked Amanda sincerely and prayed for her. Amanda nodded and turned to continue her journey. As she walked away, her mind was heavy. "This is the only money I have for today. Where will I eat now? How will I survive this week?" She walked a few more steps and decided to look back, just to check on the old woman again. There was nobody there. Amanda stopped and stared at the empty road. The woman had disappeared. It was not even 20 seconds since she left her. The road was long and straight. Even if the woman had run, she should still be visible from a distance. But she was nowhere. Amanda stood there confused. She walked back, looked left and right. She even bent slightly, trying to see if maybe the woman had entered one of the narrow paths beside the road. Nothing. It was strange, but she was too tired to think deeply. She whispered to herself, "Maybe hunger is playing with my eyes." She went home quietly. Her house was small but neat. She opened the cupboard in her kitchen. It was empty. She opened the container. Empty. She checked the bowl. Empty. There was nothing left. Not even garri. Her stomach twisted strongly. It was the kind of hunger that makes your eyes wet and your body shake. She sat on her bed for a moment. Then she decided to go to the small shop near her street to ask for food on credit. When she got there, the shop owner was not around. Only her teenage son was at the counter. "Please," Amanda said, "tell your mom to give me bread on credit. I'll pay her later." The boy shook his head immediately. "My mother warned me, no credit for anybody, even if it's family. I'm sorry." Amanda thanked him and left quietly. She didn't want to beg too much. She didn't want to embarrass herself. She returned home and lay down. There was nobody she could call. She was an orphan. Her parents had died many years ago. She had struggled through school all by herself, and after NYSC, she had tried her best to get a job, but nothing worked. She picked up her phone and tried calling her friends. Linda answered first. She sounded irritated. "I told you before, Amanda, I cannot help you. If you don't want to date rich men and married men like I do, then don't come and ask me for their money. Everybody must choose their own lifestyle. Don't call me again for this, please." Amanda said thank you and dropped the call. She tried another friend. The response came quickly. "You are condemning me for dating a Yahoo boy, right? But you want to collect money from what he gave me. My dear, pick a side. No help from me." Amanda felt the pain, but she didn't argue. The third call broke her heart the most. Nancy laughed loudly. Amanda, stop suffering for nothing. Come and join us in our ashawo work. Men will pay you. You will eat. You will even have extra money. Stop begging like a shameless person. Join us and start enjoying life. Amanda ended the call quietly. None of her friends cared about her situation. Nobody offered her food. Nobody even offered prayer. She laid on her bed and whispered, God, please, I need help. I am very hungry. She drank water from her tap and went to sleep. That night, she had a dream. She found herself on the same road where she had met the old woman. She searched for her, asking every person she saw, but nobody had seen the woman. She was about to go home when she saw the woman walking towards her, but she didn't look poor anymore. She was wearing a clean white garment. Her face looked bright and healthy. She was holding a loaf of bread and smiling. Mama, where have you been? Amanda asked. I searched everywhere for you. The woman only smiled and said, My child, stop searching. Go home. You helped me with your last money. From today, help will not leave your life. Favor will follow you. You will be a blessing to your generation. Amanda said, Amen. Immediately she said it, the woman disappeared. Amanda woke up. The hunger in her stomach was still there, but there was a small peace in her heart. She got up early the next morning and continued her job search. She worked for hours until she saw a sign outside a small grocery store. Sales girl needed. She entered. The owner interviewed her briefly and said, I will get back to you. Amanda was already used to that sentence. She turned and began to walk away. She had not gone far when someone called her back. Auntie, Madam said you should come back. She returned to the shop. The owner smiled. Can you start today? Yes, ma'am. Amanda replied. The salary was small, but she accepted. Anything was better than hunger. Anything was better than the temptation from her friends. Amanda started work immediately. She worked with all her heart. She greeted every customer. She cleaned shelves. She arranged goods. She smiled. She didn't act like a stranger. She behaved like someone who cared. Within a few weeks, customers began to notice her. Where's that girl? That one that smiles. She attends to people well. That was how the shop started selling more. Within her first month, the shop owner noticed a 50% increase in sales. Customers were coming back because of Amanda's attitude. After 6 months, her salary was doubled. Amanda was happy. She kept working hard every day, grateful for the small miracle that had entered her life. 9 months passed since Amanda started working at the grocery store. Every day, she arrived early and did her work with joy. Her attitude was different from other workers her boss had employed in the past. She did not complain about anything. She did not drag her feet. She did not wait to be told what to do. She just worked. Customers noticed it. Her boss noticed it even more. The store that used to struggle now had constant buyers. People came from other streets to purchase from them. Some came only because of Amanda. I like how she talks, one woman said. She has respect, another added. She doesn't frown, someone else mentioned. Amanda never told anybody about her struggles, about her hunger, or about the night she almost begged for bread. Nobody knew how far she had come. She simply walked and smiled. And now, she now had food at home. She could buy soap, pay her transport, and take care of her basic needs. Life was still simple, but she was no longer suffering like before. Then one day, her boss, Madam Tayo, called her into the office. Amanda, sit down. There is something important I want to discuss with you. Amanda sat, thinking maybe there was a problem, but Madam Tayo smiled. Since I employed you, my sales have tripled. Customers love you. You are responsible, respectful, and trustworthy. I am about to open another branch and I want you to be the one managing it for me. Amanda's heart jumped. She was not expecting anything like that. She thought maybe her boss wanted to increase her salary a little again, not this big offer. "Ma'am, are you sure?" she asked gently. "Yes, very sure," her boss replied. "You have earned it." The offer came with a salary raise and a position of responsibility. Amanda would be managing the new branch. She accepted immediately, grateful and happy. She thanked her boss many times. The new shop opened, and Amanda moved there. She worked even harder. She arranged goods neatly, swept the floor, attended to customers, and made sure everything was in order. Within 3 months, the new branch was doing exceptionally well. One afternoon, her boss called her again. There was something unusual in her tone. "Amanda, come to my office." Amanda went, curious. Madam Tayo looked at her for a few seconds before speaking. Her eyes were gentle but serious. "There is something I need to tell you," she said slowly. "When I opened that branch, the Spirit of God told me to give it to you from the beginning, but I could not. It looked too big, too difficult." I hesitated. Amanda was silent. Her boss continued. "But the Spirit did not allow me to rest, and today, the instruction came clearly again with a warning. I am to hand over the shop to you completely." Amanda stared at her, unable to speak. "I am giving you the shop, Amanda. It is yours." Amanda did not know when her legs bent. She fell to her knees and began thanking her boss. Tears ran down her face. She was overwhelmed. She could not believe it. Nobody had ever given her anything in her life. She had struggled alone for years. Now, somebody was giving her a whole business. Madam Tayo held her hands and said, "You deserve it. I have seen your heart, and the Spirit of God has been disturbing me until I obeyed." Amanda kept thanking her and praising God. From that day, the shop became hers. She was now a business owner. She worked harder, and more customers started coming. She made more money. She was able to take care of her needs and also help people around her. Whenever she saw hungry children or neighbors in need, she never hesitated to help. She gave food, money, and support without expecting anything in return. Her kindness became well known in the area. People respected her. Those who used to look down on her before now admired her. Life had changed completely. A few months later, Amanda had another dream. She saw the same old woman again, but this time, the woman was not on the road. She was standing in a quiet place, smiling gently. Amanda walked up to her and knelt down, full of gratitude. "Mama, thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you." The woman smiled and shook her head. "You helped me when nobody knew me. You gave me your last money. That kindness opened doors for you. Never stop being kind. Even if nobody appreciates you, even if people think you are foolish, continue. Kindness has brought you to where you are." Amanda nodded, tears running down her face in the dream. The woman smiled again, and then she disappeared. Amanda woke up from sleep, sat on her bed quietly, and smiled. She knew something deep in her heart. What she gave that day was small, but the reward she received was far bigger than she ever imagined. She prayed in gratitude. Her life continued to grow. Her shop expanded. She became a blessing to others. Many children from the neighborhood came to her store whenever they needed help, and she never turned them away. People often said, "Amanda is a good person. She has a soft heart." Life became stable for Amanda. She now had a routine. She woke up early, prayed, prepared herself, and went to the shop she now owned. She worked with joy, not stress. She was no longer working because she was desperate for survival. She worked because she loved what she was doing. Customers trusted her. Some came to buy things they didn't really need, just because they liked how she attended to them. She always spoke gently. She never insulted. She never argued. She served everyone with respect. People began to say, "If you want good customer service, go to Amanda's shop." Her shop grew more popular. Sometimes she returned home with tired legs, but her heart was at peace. She could now buy food, she could pay bills, she even saved money. The same girl who once walked around hungry and weak now had a full kitchen. But something about Amanda did not change. Her kindness. She still helped people freely. She remembered her past. She remembered how hunger felt in her stomach that night. She remembered walking to a shop and being refused bread because she couldn't pay. She never wanted anyone around her to experience that kind of pain. Whenever a child from the neighborhood came to her saying, "Auntie, I haven't eaten," she would not think twice. She gave bread, biscuits, small money, anything she could afford. Sometimes older people around the area came too. Amanda would listen to them, encourage them, and give what she could. Many people started calling her Amanda the kind-hearted. She didn't seek attention. She didn't tell anyone what she was doing. She just lived her life. But kindness has a way of being noticed even without shouting. One afternoon, when the shop was less busy, Amanda was sitting behind the counter arranging her sales record. She suddenly remembered the old woman from that day. The memory was still fresh, even though many months had passed. She didn't know if the woman was human or not. She didn't know if it was an angel or a test. All she knew was that her life changed after that day. Every time she helped a person, she felt peace inside. She was not doing it to get anything in return. She simply did it because she knew how it felt to be helpless. Sometimes at night, she would sit on her bed and ask herself, what if I had walked past her that day? What if I had ignored her? What if I had pretended not to hear? Her heart always answered the same way. I did the right thing. That alone was enough. A year after she took ownership of the shop, something interesting happened. A large supermarket was being built on the main road not far from our area. People said that when it opens, small shops would suffer because customers would prefer to buy from the big supermarkets. Many shop owners were afraid. They talked about it every day. Amanda, what will you do when that place opens? They will take all your customers. Amanda only smiled. I will continue doing my work. God who blessed me will not allow me to suffer. She said it with peace, not arrogance, not pride, just confidence. The supermarket opened with plenty of noise, banners, music, discounts, crowds. People went there excited about how big and fancy it was. Some assumed Amanda's shop would be empty. But something surprising happened. Many people went to the supermarket for the first few days, but they came back to Amanda's shop again. Not because her shop was bigger, not because she had more products, but because they said, she treats us well. She is always smiling. She attends to us quickly. She is kind. Amanda continued her normal work. She did not compete with anybody. She did not panic. Her sales remained strong. One woman told her, I went to that big supermarket, but I didn't feel comfortable. I missed your shop. I missed how you talked to us. That supermarket doesn't have you. Amanda smiled and thanked her. That day, she went home and thanked God. One night, after a long day, Amanda slept deeply and she had another dream. She saw herself standing in a peaceful garden. Flowers were everywhere. The sun was bright but not hot. And in the middle of the garden, she saw the old woman again. She was standing there smiling, wearing the same clean white garment she had worn in the first dream. Amanda walked closer and said softly, Mama, thank you for everything. The old woman nodded. You helped me when you had nothing. That is why doors open for you. Never stop helping, even when they take advantage of you. Kindness has brought you where you are. Kindness will take you further. Amanda listened quietly. The woman continued, Your life will keep shining. You will continue to be a blessing. Don't forget the days of your hunger. They prepared you to understand others. Continue to do good. Before she could speak again, the woman smiled, waved gently, and disappeared. Amanda woke up with peace in her heart. She sat up and whispered, Thank you. That dream became a reminder to her. Anytime she started feeling tired or discouraged, she remembered the old woman's words: continue doing good, even if nobody appreciates it. Years later, the community knew Amanda not just as a shop owner, but as someone who was always ready to help. She had built a life from nothing, a life built on kindness, a life built on giving. People respected her, children loved her, some families depended on her support during their difficult seasons. She never turned them away. When anyone asked about her journey, she would always smile and say, "My story cannot be complete without one old woman I met on the road. I gave her my last money when I was hungry, and from that day, everything in my life changed." She never met the woman again in real life, only in her dreams, but she always believed something. The world has many ways of testing people. Sometimes a blessing looks like a burden. Sometimes a miracle looks ordinary. Sometimes help comes disguised as someone hungry, tired, and unnoticed. Amanda simply made a choice that day, a choice to help someone when she had nothing, and that one decision opened doors she never imagined in her life. Amanda's story teaches many lessons that are important for real life. These lessons are not theories. They came from her personal experience, from hunger, pain, kindness, and a surprising reward. And here are the strongest lessons from her journey. Kindness never wastes. Helping people is never a loss. You may not see the results immediately, but kindness has a way of returning. God sees the things people don't see. Many times in life, your kindness is noticed only by heaven. Human beings may ignore you, but God never forgets. Don't give up when life is difficult. Amanda was tired. She had attended many interviews without result. She had no food and no support. Yet, she continued trying. She woke up the next morning and continued her search. Breakthrough came when she was not expecting it. Many times, your miracle comes the moment after you tell yourself you cannot continue. A small act can change a lifetime. Amanda did not give millions. She only gave 1,000 naira, her last card. It was small, but it carried her destiny inside it. Never despise small seed. The biggest tree starts from the smallest seeds. Continue doing good, even if nobody appreciates it. People forget kindness quickly. Some even abuse it. But Amanda never stopped. She kept helping because she remembered where she came from. Life rewards consistency. A good heart always finds a door. You may not always understand how blessing comes. You may not see the result immediately, but kindness has a voice. It speaks louder than words. It travels further than money, and it reaches places you may never see. Amanda's story reminds us that your life can change from a single act of compassion. Wherever you are, never stop being kind. I hope you enjoyed this story. Give it a like and also share with your friends and your loved ones. I'll see you in the next. Goodbye.